Hello, everyone. I wanted to take this opportunity to say a couple things that need to be said as we're hopefully coming towards the end of this whole pandemic thing. First and foremost, I want to say thank you to each and every one of y'all. In talking with fellow clergy persons and listening to stories from others around the nation that are in churches serving as pastoral roles, I have heard numerous horror stories of how congregations have not adhered to the new way of doing things or gotten very upset with their pastors or their staff. And I just wanted to say a huge, huge thank you to each and every one of y'all, because y'all have been so supportive and so understanding as we have walked together through this very, very difficult and chaotic time. I know that it has not been the easiest thing, and I give thanks and praise for all of your prayers and for all of you who have come to worship, have worn the masks, have done the social distancing, have done everything in your power to make sure that our church not only continues to serve our God faithfully, but does so in a way that keeps everyone as healthy and as safe as possible. To that end, I have a great thing to say now, and that is that in talking with our church council this past Sunday, we have decided that it is time for us to start reopening all of the facets of the church. Now, I have to tell you this is going to be something that is slow moving, and it is going to take a number of phases, a number of steps. And the whole reason is the same reason why we haven't even started it or attempted it until now. The fact of the matter is that we don't want to ever have to go back to where we were when we weren't worshiping at all, except for virtually. And so to make sure that that doesn't happen, we are going to take this slowly and carefully, but methodically and moving forward to a brand new reopening of the entirety of the church. So with that in mind, our next step of reopening will be found inside of the sanctuary during our gathering times. We will still have our two services on Sunday mornings at 9 o'clock and at 10:45 in the morning. And we will still ask that you wear a mask while you come into the service. Put your hand sanitizer on to make sure that your hands are nice and sanitized. And then find your seat, which will be socially distanced inside the sanctuary. Here's where the change will happen. Once you have found your pew, once you have sat down, you are going to be allowed and free to make the decision as to whether or not you will keep your mask on. You can take your mask off as soon as you stay in your pew. We do ask that if you have to leave your pew for any reason during service, whether to use the restroom or for any other reason, we ask that you would put your mask back on as you move throughout the sanctuary. But during service, as long as you are in your pew and as long as you are socially distant from others, we will be more than happy to let you keep your mask off. The second thing we will do, if you've been to our in-person worship, you know that when we have sung, we have remained seated, and that was also because of the social distancing. We will be discontinuing that as well, and we will have everyone stand to sing as they are able, just like we normally would do during a worship service. Once the service is concluded, we would ask that you put your mask back on to leave the sanctuary the same way we've been leaving the sanctuary for the past number of months. You will also see a significant difference in the way that I do worship, in the sense that I will also be removing my mask during worship. Now, again, if I am greeting everyone at the beginning of service, or when I am ushering everyone out at the end of service, I will have my mask on. But during service, when I'm in front and behind the pulpit, you will see that I will have no mask on during that time. So hopefully everyone can hear me quite well and can understand what's going to be said. This is the first step our council is working hard to make sure that not only does this step go off with full success, but the next couple of steps work towards reopening the church and getting back to our old normalcy. To make sure that that takes place, we ask that y'all continue to be adherent to the stipulations and the requests of the council and of the church. As again, I say thank you because each and every one of you have done so up to this point, and I know that you will continue to do so from this point on. We want to remain open. We want to remain safe and healthy for all people to come into our sanctuary. Now, of course, if you come into the sanctuary and you want to wear your mask the entire time during the service, you're more than welcome to do so. But brothers and sisters, I give thanks that we still continue to be able to worship in person and virtually, that we continue to stave off this disease, and we continue to be a beacon of hope for our community and our surrounding neighborhood. Brothers and sisters, I continue to push forward our trunk or treat. If you haven't signed up, please do so. It'll be a lot of fun. It'll be great for the kids around the area. If you aren't able to make it to be part of that, rather because you don't want to be part of a gathering, you're still wanting to kind of isolate yourself, or you will be gone on that day and can't participate, the other way that you can participate in the event is to bring candy and put it in my office. Make my office look more and more like Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory every single day. It's starting there, I promise. And the more candy we give, the more we can give out to the kiddos and celebrate and have joy in the parking lot and have that opportunity to be with our community and to extend into our community in new and fresh ways. So, brothers and sisters, I give thanks, and I give thanks for the fact that I am your pastor, and I give thanks for the fact that y'all have been so understanding and so amenable to everything that needs to happen in this time of trial and darkness. We are hopefully going towards the light, going towards the end, and hopefully we will be there sooner rather than later. Brothers and sisters, thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing you more and more at worship and everywhere else. God bless.